In Arizona's Verde River Basin, wells are draining water from the ground at a rate that experts say just isn't sustainable.
Anybody that's been close to water knows that the problem's been coming for years, decades.
These hydrologists from the Department of Water Resources are taking measurements from a well owned by the city of Phoenix.
243.74.
This year, the Arizona Department's 8 data collectors will measure about 1,700 wells. It's a job that keeps them on the road for much of the year. Over time, they've been able to get a sense of water level trends in the state.
There we go.
But have never had enough money to measure outside of the state's 5 active management areas, or AMAs. These zones were set up by the state. The department's chief hydrologist oversees the workers who monitor these wells.
We certainly don't do as many water level measurements statewide as we used to.
The city of Clarkdale sits above a major source of underground water and right beside the Verde River, but it isn't included in any of the AMAs. I found only 37 wells registered in the city of Clarkdale. Just one of those is checked regularly by the state, and it's not this one.
In a private well, nobody ever checks it.
Doug Von Gossig is the mayor of Clarkdale and the chairman of an institute that monitors the river. He measures his well, and it gives him a better idea of how much water he's using. Von Gossig tells me that 37 wells is an understatement, and hundreds of others are overlooked.
I would say it's closer to 500.
Even in 2005, Clarkdale wells drained enough water to supply 21,000 families for a year.
As you intercept that water from the aquifers and use it for human purposes, it's water that doesn't make it to the river eventually.
The Verde River Basin is the size of Rhode Island and is important to Phoenix because it supplied almost 40% of the Salt River's water last year. Water from all over the state will flow through the rivers into these canals, such as the one you see beside me, and it'll eventually end up in your home. Former Arizona Senator Tom O'Halloran sponsored 9 water bills while in office and says not enough is being done to conserve water in river basins like the Verde.
I just, for the life of me, can't imagine that we as Arizona citizens want to lose that.
Those are all very, very difficult political issues and very difficult economic issues that have to be solved.
For Cronkite Newswatch, I'm DiFurio.